Hey, good morning. How are you all today? And welcome to Integrative Preparedness. Hope you're well. I got something down here. Okay, whatever that was. I'm going to talk today about what I consider to be the most important thing that you can do, should be doing it right now, and keep on doing it throughout your preparedness efforts and journey. The most important thing you can do for it. Before I get to, and right now I'm sure many of you are thinking, okay, I think it's this, or I think it's this, or I think it's this, and I bet most of you aren't thinking about it because most PMPs, preparedness-minded people, well, maybe PMPs do, but many preppers do not think about this. As a matter of fact, they try to avoid it, and that's what's holding most of them back. So I want to address that and try to kick you loose of something that's holding you back, if that's you. Before we get to that, I always have people. Well, occasionally have people drop in and leave a complaining comment. You took too long to get to the subject. Well, first off, everything that I say is the subject. But for those people who need the subject, the message right up front, let me give it to you right now. Get more rice and beans and bullets if you'd like. Okay, now, to paraphrase Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday to Billy Bob Thornton's Crooked Pharaoh dealer, you may go now. Okay, so now that we've gotten rid of them, we've given them their lesson that they needed for the day. Yes, buy more rice and beans and bullets and Band-Aids. There you go. That's all the preparedness advice they need, because that's all they can handle. Now, for the rest of you who are thinkers, and I want you to think about this. Or maybe I should say also, and to remind you, that this is brought to you, as all my videos are, by the Stonemont series, my books. I'll tell you more about them in a little bit. They are full of lessons that most of you probably have not thought of. I don't care how long you've been in it, how long you've been in preparedness. I say that because I've had people tell me that. I've had so many people say, I've been preparing for 20 years. I found more information, more ideas in the Stonemont series, which is 6 novels. So it's not a bunch of lists and everything. I found more information in there that I never even thought of. So I'll share more about that with you later. But now let's get to the most important thing. Now, I'm going to tick some people off here. I'm going to lose some people here, because too many people will not do this. And that's because they think that preparedness is all about doing with very little, or being able to get by with very little. And instead of looking ahead, they look to try to increase their ability to do with as little as possible. Well, now, while that's important, and I've done it, I have lived with next to nothing a couple of times in my life. I can do it. You know what? It's not nearly as fun as when you are doing better. Okay? Nor can you prepare as well. You can survive. Here's the thing. Surviving is not preparing, and that's what I want to stress to you. The most important thing. Now, let me get something else out of the way. I know. Is he teasing us? No, I'm not. I'm just, I realize, because of comments that I get, things that I have to keep throwing in here. I realize, yes, the most important thing is your relationship with God. Okay? And for those of us who are Christians, your relationship with God through Jesus Christ. Okay, we have now taken care of the number 1, okay? So I guess this next one is number 2. But this is the most important thing you can do on the physical plane, all right? And that is make more money. Okay, I hear the flurry of footsteps leaving, running away. All these people say, I'm not, it's not about making more money. It's about getting another bag of rice. It's about learning the 357th way to start a fire. It's about a new gun. It's about all sorts of things. No, guys, no, it's not. None of that is possible without money. Show me the bullets that you got without money. Show me the beans and rice you got without money. Show me the equipment and the supplies you got without money. Show me the getaway location you got without money. Money is the thing that empowers everything else. And too many people out there, I think that the preparedness world is populated by people who really don't want to think about that. Now, many people do. And I've said this before. I know so many well-to-do preppers. And whenever I say that, because I get accused here, often about, well, not everybody has all the money in the world, like you do. Apparently, they think I do. No, I make money. I work hard. I make money so I can do the things I want to, and so I can prepare. Okay, so I can get more, so I can establish a more secure base for my family, the people who depend on me. Okay, because it takes money. So far, I haven't been able to get through life on my smile and my charm. Somehow, it's just not working, right? No, it seems like every time I want something, somebody wants money in return. See, somebody is tapping on their keyboard right now. But favors you can trade and you can barter. Stop it. You are holding yourself down. You are holding yourself down to a very low level of preparedness. Okay, people like to talk a lot about the military, right? Do you think that the military was able to train everyone and equip everyone without money? Your money and my money? No. Do you think that people were able to be trained in all of those skills without money? No. Now, you go on back to the woods, and you can get people to train you. You can learn skills for free. I mean, with YouTube and with all sorts of, you can learn skills, but skills are going to get you so far. And I know that there will be those people that will argue skills are more important than stuff. Well, up to a point. And then no. Okay? No. The more stuff you have, just to put it crudely, okay, the more equipment you have, the more supplies you have, the easier survival is. Right? Okay, and I don't care. Again, somebody will come on. Well, your food's going to run. All that food that you buy is going to run out, and yes, I know. I've said this 1,000,000 times in the last 1,000 videos or more that I've made over the years. Your stored food. The purpose of stored food is to keep you alive until you're producing all of the food that you need. Okay. Do you think you're going to be able to do all that without tools? Can you go to the hardware store and smile at the man and he'll give you a shovel? No. See, we're always back to money. Money is not the root of all evil. The people who say that are misquoting the Bible. They don't realize what it says, right? No. The love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. There, we just kicked away another argument against making money. Okay. Well, but Steve, blessed are the poor in spirit. That's because you don't know what poor means in that context. It means humble. It doesn't mean broke. And we have far too many people in the preparedness world somehow proud of being broke. We have a lot of people in the world proud of being broke. Somehow they think it makes them a better person. It doesn't. It makes them less able to satisfy the requirements of their daily life now and less able to prepare. Making more money is the most important thing you can do right now, because you can do all of those other things alongside it. Half of the things that you need and want, you can get with money. Well, most of them actually. Okay, you can get with money. You need more of that, money. You need more of this, money. Okay, you need more skills. There's a lot of skills you can pick up on your own, but I know that we have a lot of gun people in the preparedness world. They want to go out and they want to take firearms training. They want to take this class and that class from, some internet gun guru. Did you give them a nice smile over the phone? No, they wanted money, right? The more money you make, the better you're going to be able to increase your preparedness. I know I'm hammering this a lot, but I want to get this through to the people who need to have it gotten through to them, okay? The more money you have, the better you're going to do. Don't listen to the people that say, well, your fiat currency is going to be worthless. I've had people telling me that since the early 70s. And you know what? People keep taking my fiat currency for stuff. Okay. There are some rather strange ideas in the preparedness world. And they are the fringes. They are the fringes. But I'm speaking now to people who may be new coming into preparedness. Don't be swayed by those people. Don't be swayed. At the end of each one of my videos, I say we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Preparing well means that you're doing everything you can to ensure that no matter what happens, the big one, the little ones, you're going to be able to continue to live a high quality life after whatever that thing is. And it takes money. Now, everybody can increase their income. I did one on lessons from the mafia, I think, and then I did a couple I put on the Patreon channel that I did not put on YouTube. I got into it a little bit more. But I talked about the importance of having multiple income streams and a diversity of income streams. Everybody out there, unless they are in a coma, can do something to make more money. Now, not wasting money is very important too, but you can only save yourself up. You can't save yourself into prosperity, okay, for the most part. You earn yourself into prosperity. You earn yourself in, and I know I'm using the word prosperity, and somebody will say, well, I don't care about being prosperous, so I just, okay, whatever. You earn your way to the next level of whatever it is you want, okay? And the way to do that is to increase your income, right? Whether you do, you can do. A lot of people say, "Well, I'm going to pick up some extra hours at work, make overtime." Okay, but that's really not enough. That's edging it up. That's good. If you spend all that extra money on your preparedness, good. A lot of people tend not to do that, and you know that. People start making a little more, a little extra, do some overtime, and all of a sudden they're buying a new rifle that they don't need. They're buying a new truck that they don't need, or whatever. And people have a tendency to increase their expenses along with their income. And the trick, of course, is not to do that. Increase your income while not increasing your expenses. And, there's a million ways to do it. I always recommend starting a business or 5, okay? Small businesses are so easy to start. There's so much money out there in the world. People need things. And I've always said, I've spoken a little bit about the different businesses that I own, but I always say, if you can do what other people don't want to do, are afraid to do, or can't do, you have a never-ending income possibility. Just get out there and do it. The aversion to making more money, I think, I think a lot of it just comes from laziness, to be honest. It's easier for people. People like to sit back and they watch these videos, and they like to watch other people do things. But when they're really called on to actually do something themselves, that's when they get all upset or they switch off or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I had somebody say, I'll tell you something funny about my books. It gives you an insight into a very peculiar mind that is, I won't say common, but it's not as rare as it ought to be in the preparedness world. I had a guy said that he was so disappointed to find out that I wrote my books for money. And I didn't write the first one for money. I wrote it as kind of a short story just to kind of help people. And I was going to give it out, and I was going to make copies. I thought it'd be about 20 pages, and I was handed out to people that asked me questions about preparedness. Well, it turned into my first book, The Reversion. And from that came a second book, a third book, a fourth book, a fifth book, a sixth book, and I'm almost done with the seventh book. And I made the statement that, well, I charge money for my books. Oh yeah, I know what it was. It's when I was doing I was giving my opinion on Canadian Prepper, and I said, I don't know why everybody cracks on the guy. He has built a fantastic business, a huge business that supports him and his family out of an interest that he had. And so he sells stuff. Good. He's a capitalist. That allows him to prepare. He's got the money to prepare. And I get so many people. I had to take most of the comments off because they were hateful and rude. He's a horrible person. He just sells stuff. What's wrong with that? You sell stuff, whether it's things or your labor. Okay? And so I was making that point, and I said, wait, I charge for my books. I had somebody actually leave a comment. He said, I just want to let you know, I am so disappointed to learn that you write your books to make money. I'm a writer. That you write your books to make money. If you really wanted to help people, you'd make them available for free. This happens. People think that. You'd be surprised how many comments I get like that. He said, I bought all of your books. I forget whether he said on Kindle or Audible. Forget which, because they're available on all. And he says, I have now deleted all of them. I will never read them again now that I find out that you write for money. Guys, money is your friend. Money is a tool. Money's like a firearm. If used properly, it's used for good. If used improperly, it can destroy you. Okay? If you don't understand it, if you don't have enough, a lot more families have fallen apart, a lot more people have fallen apart for lack of money than having too much. And yeah, having too much money for the wrong person who doesn't know how to handle money can destroy them as well. You want to see what a person's really made of? Give them a lot of money or a lot of authority, and you'll find out what that person is. But increasing your income is probably the most important thing you can do right now and forevermore, because it allows you to do everything else. Okay. Now, one of the things you could do with that would be, I'll slide into my commercial here. You could buy the Stone Mount series, my books. These are great books. I've had people tell me they've read through the whole series 5 times and are still finding things in them they didn't see the first 4 times. The first one came out in 2017, The Reversion. Then the Reversion, The Revival, The Renewal, An Appeal to Heaven, The Blessings of Freedom, Hostages to Fortune, 6 novels in serial form. They read them in order. That's how you have to read them, or you won't understand. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7 coming out. They're available on Amazon. It's a great story, but all the lessons, I call it the complete guide to preparing for, surviving, and rebuilding after a complete collapse of everything. And you're going to love the story, and you will be amazed at the lessons that you will find in there and enjoy learning. You can get them through Amazon if you'd like. I'll put the link down below. You can get them from them in paperback, Kindle or Audible, and Audible is really, really popular. A lot of people like to listen to it while they're driving or working or doing on other things. A lot of people bought the series in paperback, and now also bought the Audible because they've already read the books, but now they want to hear it again over and over and over. I think that's great. Or you can get them directly from me, and I love it when you do that because then I get to sign them for you and write a little note in there to you, and I love doing that. And you can do that through our website, stonemont.us, right down below in the information box, stonemont.us, and I love doing that. If you're not with us on the Patreon channel, I'll invite you over there too. That link is down below. But whatever you do, think about increasing your preparedness. How can you increase your preparedness level? And you'll see that it comes down to money first. Time, yes, time, but money, okay? Do it. Do it for yourself. You start increasing your money, you're going to be able to not just help yourself, but you're going to be able to help other people. And really, that's an important part of preparedness. That's the story of Stonemont. Yeah, the story is a story of a family who, as a result of their preparedness, were able to continue living a high-quality life even after the collapse of everything, and were able to help other people as well. And from that came the rebuilding of a community. So the more you have, the more you're going to be able to help, and the better your life is going to be. So think about that. Think what you can do. Get out there and do it. Better your life. Better your preparedness. Okay? And remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. And next to a relationship with the good Lord himself, money is going to help you do it. Get out there. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing to be ashamed of making more money, and it will improve your life. You all have a good day. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.